Okay, let's dive right in. Today we're unpacking business valuation. It's something uh, many owners only really focus on when they're thinking of selling, right?
Exactly. But the material we looked at suggests waiting that long. That's potentially leaving a lot of value just sitting there.
Value that the buyer might end up capturing instead of you.
Precisely. And there's this great analogy in the sources thinking of valuation less like a pre-sale checklist,
And more like what?
more like a high-res body scan for your company. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Like something that spots issues, or maybe even upsides way before you'd see any symptoms.
Yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
But the challenge, as highlighted, is that most owners wait until they absolutely need that scan, usually for an exit.
And by then, maybe the problems are bigger, tougher to fix, or opportunities missed.
Right. Often the buyer reaps the benefit of sorting those things out.
So our mission here is to really explore how measuring value consistently can give you clarity, control,
Hmm.
and maybe even drive growth right now.
Absolutely. Not just someday, but today.
Okay, so if we're not waiting till the 11th hour, where do we even start with this, according to the sources?
It really starts with facing the facts. Step one is measure, see the truth.
Measure? Okay. And that's not just a rough guess.
No, definitely not. It has to be an accurate, consistent measurement of where the business actually stands.
And they mention specific things to measure,
Mm.
beyond just top-line revenue. What are the key metrics here?
Yeah, the sources really zero in on two things. Your EBITDA, that's your operating profitability, basically.
Right, before interest, taxes, all that.
Exactly. And crucially, your business is multiple. That factor reflects, industry norms, risks, growth potential.
But understanding both gives you that clear picture.
That's the idea. Real clarity on where you are now and maybe what's holding you back.
And I saw something about doing this regularly, like a discipline.
Yes, they talk about a quarterly valuation discipline. Doing it often acts like that scan. It shines a light on hidden stuff.
Like what kind of stuff?
Oh, operational drag, maybe too much reliance on one big customer, supplier risks, even like subtle shifts in company culture that are hurting
Makes
things.
sense. It forces you to see problems early.
Yeah, acknowledge and correct before they become major.
Okay, so you measure, you get that honest truth. What comes next?
Well, that naturally leads to step two. Plan, focus on what matters most.
So using what you learn from the measurement.
Exactly. You know the gaps, the opportunities. Now you build a focused strategy to hit those things that really impact value, not just random projects.
And there was this concept, the four value creation engines. What are those about?
Right. Those are the key areas identified for focusing your plan: revenue growth, process optimization, culture development, and strategic innovation.
So it's holistic. Not just sales, not just costs, but the whole system.
Precisely. Seeing the business as integrated, it connects to that old idea, right? What gets measured gets managed.
If valuation measures value, planning
Mhm.
focuses on managing for value.
You got it. And the material stresses this takes leadership courage, making tough calls on where to put resources for the biggest value boost.
Makes sense. Which brings us, I guess, to actually doing something with the plan.
Yes. Step three, grow, execute with purpose. Insight's great, planning's essential, but this is where the rubber meets the road.
And how do they suggest tackling the execution phase?
The idea is to execute that focused plan using often 90-day sprints.
90-day sprints. Why that time frame?
It keeps things focused, builds momentum. You bring cross-functional teams together to tackle those specific gaps you found.
And you keep measuring.
Critically, yes. Measure the progress each quarter, tie it back to those valuation metrics. Did the needle move?
And adjust based on results.
Exactly. Refine the approach. This is where the real transformation happens. Execution is often the biggest hurdle, right? This structure helps overcome that.
So pulling it all together then, the big message seems to be, don't wait to value your business.
Absolutely not. It's not just an exit tool. It's a powerful way to get clarity and control now.
In the day-to-day.
Yeah. By consistently looking at the truth of your business, that measurement discipline,
You can unlock better performance, build resilience.
and ultimately gain more freedom. It's like an early warning system and a growth accelerator rolled into one.
So a final thought then for you listening. Thinking about valuation as this regular scan for your business, what potential growth or maybe what hidden risks might you uncover if you took that closer look today?